Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be writing the equation of a parabola whenever we're given the focus and the vertex. So the very first thing that I want to do is write out my h and k value. So my hk is going to be h equals 5 and k equals 2. Okay, and then our focus here is going to be 3, 2. So this is either going to be my first set of equations or my second set of equations. The only way that you can really tell which one this is that if it's the first set, the h values are going to be the same. If it's the second set, the k values are going to be the same. So let's look down at the bottom and see if it's the x values or the y values. And we can see that their y values are matching up. So that means that we're going to be using the second set of equations where we have y squared. So you can think about that. The y's are the same. So since we're using the second set of equations, that means that this is going to be equal to h plus p, comma, k. All right, so we already know that k is 2, so that works out. But now we know that 3 is equal to h plus p, and we know that h is 5. Okay, so h was 5 there. Let me just do some highlighting so we can see where I'm getting these numbers from. Okay, and we also knew that k was 2. All right, so now we're just going to solve for p here, and I can see that 5 is the only thing keeping me from having p by itself, so let's subtract 5 from both sides, and we'll get that p is equal to negative 2. Okay, now that we have our h, our k, and our p, we can actually plug into our equation because you'll notice those are the only values that we need. H, p, and k. Or sorry, we're looking at these equations over here. So that means that we're going to be looking at this k, p, and h over here. So let me just write out the formula first. And the formula is y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h. So let's go ahead and plug in our values. We're going to be plugging in our k, our h, and our p. And I made that kind of hard to see. There we go. Okay, so let's plug in our different values here. We're going to have y minus k, so y minus 2 squared, equals 4 times p. P is negative 2. And then times x minus h, so x minus 5. Just going to do some simplifying. So we have y minus 2 squared. And then 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. So this is the equation of my parabola. All right, we're going to try out one more example over here. So our vertex, that is going to be our h, comma, k value. And I actually want to switch these values up. I do apologize that I did that. So let's just make up one. And I just wanted the y values to be the same here. So let's do this. Okay, so our y value or our x values are the same, so that means we're going to be using the first set of equations. We already know our h and k value just from the vertex, so h, comma, k. H is 1, and k is 2. We also notice that, oh, just change this, but our x values are the same, so that means that we're going to be using the first set of equations where we had the x squared. So since we have our first ones the same, that means that our focus is going to be equal to h, comma, k plus p. All right, so I know that my h value is 1, so that's where this value is coming from. Okay, and then our k value is going to be 2. So we're going to set up the equation. Uh, 4 equals k plus p. And we know that k is 2, so 4 equals 2 plus p. All right, now we're solving for p here. I'm not really sure why I wrote this stuff right there. The only thing keeping us from that is the 2, so we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. and we'll get that p equals 2. All right, now that we know p equals 2, we actually have all the information that we need. We have our h, k, and p value. I do need to write out this equation that we're going to be using. And again, we're going to be using the first set because we had the x's here. So it's going to be x minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k. All right, so let's plug in our values. And we're only plugging in the 3 here. So let me just do some highlighting. Okay, so let's plug in our values now. X minus h, so minus 1 squared, equals 4 times p, which is 2, and then times y minus k, which is 2. Okay, so we're going to get x minus 1 squared equals 4 times 2, which is 8, times y minus 2. And I am leaving this in the vertex form just because it looks nice. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for the next video where we just go and check and make sure that this is the equation of the parabola. Goodbye.